Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of DCS World. I am your host, Shrub2Sanctus. We have a stream today. We are going to be doing some pretty awesome stuff in DCS World. We're working in that one mission, you know, the one we started last time, the nice free flight mission that's got all the bells and whistles on it. I am so stoked to be bringing all this content today. I cannot stress that enough. It's booting. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. We'll talk for a second before we really get started. We don't have the headset quite yet set up. We do have the first part to get it started set up. All we have to do is just connect it, and whatnot, and then it'll be fine. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and play the default, I suppose. And at the same time, I am going to take care of that real quick. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. And on that note, I am going to check bet. Okay, so I can have it that big, and it works. Alright, y'all. So basically, what we're doing here today is we are going to be adding SAMs, surface-to-air missiles, to our free flight. And basically what that is going to entail... Oh, why isn't it... There we go. And basically what that's going to entail is us adding ground units, basically, and it's the same ground units every single time. So firstly, we're going to go open mission. We are going to go freeflight.ms. And I suppose we probably should... I want to put them in different places, kind of, but at the same time, I don't want to have to do all the work. So we're going to put it in our freeflight.ms, and then we will worry about rates and stuff later. So I'm not going to worry about it quite yet. So we're just going to start here. We are going to put it in this border patrol zone. Or actually, we're going to put it just outside of the border patrol zones. So if you go too far past the border patrol zones, we're going to have SAMs like spread through this area against this red zone. But they're going to be in different spots. And the reason for that is because, I mean, they would probably have pretty widespread. It's like, that's not probably a vital border. They're probably every like 50 nautical miles or so that they overlap. I don't know. So we're going to pick ground unit. We are going to... Now we want to put it on a area of level terrain like that. Fairly wide open space so that we've got room to launch. We're going to just duplicate, well, we're not going to duplicate it a few times. We are going to Oh, geez. So if we're gonna want... Oof. Thank you so much, Dirt Wolf. Thank you so much, Dante Alley, for joining. Appreciate y'all. Thank you to my viewers on YouTube as well. Appreciate you. We're figuring out Sam. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to add, because those are actually kind of important. We're probably going to do SA5s or SA10s. So those grumbles are pretty great. So we're going to start here. We're going to just keep hitting this button for a minute. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to go over to this other one. We're going to pick C2. And then basically we're going to grab every piece of this that we can, and then we'll figure it out later. Tell D. Oh. Wait, what? Tell D. Low altitude search radar. 5 November 66 Mike. And then okay, so now we just -1 and we're good to go. Okay, so now what we do is we go over here, and the one we're looking for is going to be obvious because it's got the launcher on it. So tell C, tell D, and I think we're going to remove the tell C. And we're just going to have the tell D. So that gives us every single group that we need. And then some. And then we're going to go back. Exit out of this. We're going to zoom in. And make sure that we only have one flag. The radar is fine. That's whatever. You know, it's whatever. And then if it's successfully done, it will give you a ring like that, where it shows where it's going to trigger. And then we're going to go to the C2. Good. Tell D. High. And that is our first unit. And then we're probably going to put another one over here, I think. Probably somewhere in here. So actually, we'll make this one do something fun with it real quick. Appreciate y'all so much for joining. Oh geez. I want to move where that is real quick. And it's the same process for this one. So what we're going to do is we are going to put in, we're going to go with the Grumble. We're going to go Grumble Big Bird SR. Then we are going to go Grumble C2. Then we are going to go Flap Lid TR, Flap Lid Track Radar. Then we are going to go Tel D. And then we're going to go Low Altitude Search Radar. And now we're going to organize them. We're going to remove that one because we don't need it. But now we're going to organize them. This is our silo. So we're going to put that one further away than all the other ones. Piffernazo, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. So we're going to put those a bit away from the others because that's the silo right there. This is our command and control. So we are going to have it within sight of pretty much everything. Which ones are long distance tracking? That one. It's this one. So we'll have it set up right there. And then we can move it by moving this unit. So we're going to find a nice little plot to put it in. We're going to put it right there. This is beautiful. Actually, no, we are not going to put it right there. We're going to put it up here. So that covers Mineralny Vody as well. Put it right there. So we want it to just avoid, we want it to capture Beslan, but we also want it to just avoid Mineralny Vody. Sup, Math? Thank you so much for joining. Can't believe I'm saying that. What we don't want is for this tracking radar and stuff to overlap one of these circles, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is this is a really cool place to put it. What we'll do is we'll put in a trigger that if these units spawn, or excuse me, if this unit at Sukumi, oh wait, no, Sukumi is just out. If the units at Sukumi spawn in, actually no, let's have it be threatened. Because we have one that isn't threatened at all. We've got Sam over here threatening Beslan airspace, and around, and almost to Mineralny Vody. But we don't have one. And honestly, I would kind of say that since there's really nothing in this area right here, that we should also put one up here, where it's going to end up threatening Mineralny Vody as well, because it's interior. Anything past these boxes should have SAM associated with it. So we're trying to simulate the Russian border. Honestly, it's probably pretty good right there, not gonna lie. I mean, it's a whole bunch of farming land. That's what this is. You know, so we want to find a nice, decent little hill to put our last SAM unit. We're probably going to go with this right here. Lima, Quebec 09. Lima, Quebec 09er, y'all. It's right there. It's right here. So we're going to put it right there. And it's just going to be the exact same Grumble Big Bird SR. We're going to position this where we want it. We're going to increase the number. We need 5, 2, Grumble C2, 3, flap lid, 4, the actual launcher, 5, low alt SR. And now we organize them again. Launcher goes away from the rest. Radar, radar. Oh, geez. Command and control. So we should do Lima, Quebec 1-1. Or, well, no. Lima, Quebec. So I want a really flat spot. So that's uphill. Because it changes a few feet. So that's going to be on a slight incline. So what we want is a very flat piece of land. That is also going to be on a slight incline. So we really want somewhere like... So it shouldn't change altitude at all running your cursor from point to point. The more it changes down here where it says out, the worse off you are. Black Moon, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Keeping an eye on chat, by the way, YouTube. So we're trying to find one that doesn't really move at all. So that's 1060 pretty universally. Sets. I'm just making sure that it's on flatland. And it is. All 1060 right there. So now that's locked down. Ain't no getting across the Russian border. Because if the fighters don't get you, the SAMs will after the fighters. And then we're also going to put in some AA emplacements down here. Because I really want to drum home the point that It's not for... I need 23 closed in placement. This way, if they overflight, their risk of running into one of these units, which can be overlapped in order to facilitate the feel of the mission. Really drum home the point that it's not meant to be done. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, so this is part of the reason why I was like, yeah, no, like... So those are less temperamental, which is why I'm not exactly really worried about them. Then we'll have a small gap, I think, here. And it's just kind of unavoidable. Just a bit. We'll figure out the orientation of these guys, like which way they're pointing, here in a little bit. It's like, that's not really something that I'm worried about right this second. So we're gonna have to do that pretty individually. So now it's a matter of putting these guys and just continuing the fence. And then when we run out, we can create more. So AA is always kind of tricky. It's like this way, if we do end up wanting to use this as a template, we could end up with a cool situation where we've got a Russian border already in place, which means that we could do content like for example, and just speaking as an example, doing something where we're like trying to attack a specific city, but we have to break through their air defense line, because that is kind of a situation that might actually conceivably happen IRL. And I like having scenarios which are hypothetically possible and feasible to occur. So the next part is going to be a pain in the butt. Like, this isn't bad. We're just placing units right now. The next part is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, because we're going to have to figure out which way they're pointing. But I mean, it's AA. If it goes off, it goes off. AA is pretty easy. At least you only need one fucking thing, you know? Because a good AA team will have eyes. But we're just trying to have enough for the border. So I don't necessarily want their engagement zones to overlap, but I do very much want their detection zone to overlap, so that there's no question about whether or not you'll be detected. Master FM, thank you so much. Miggy, thank you so much. Don't know if I thanked you for joining. But yeah, thank you for joining. It occurs to me that I probably should turn up my volume a little bit, since we're on Tumblr too. I really wish I could control my audio on Tumblr with my mic with OBS instead of having to do it at the box, because that's kind of annoying. It's like we're almost done. It's like we're gonna end up using all these units, though. There's no doubt about that. It's like at the rate we're going, yeah. Oh, god damn. Why? It was up there. Having a day, y'all. It happens. So now I'm gonna have to realign every single one of those units, which is fine. We're gonna have to go through. We're gonna have to go through and fix their orientation first, because we have to make sure that they're pointing the right way to actually engage if we fly over. You know, make sure that the gun can gun. It's kind of important. Long line. I might just say, forget it and just leave it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Appreciate y'all so much. So we're just modifying this. And then we're also going to have this be part of this base as well, so that we've got... Wait, what? What? Oh, god damn it. Son of a monkey. Sorry, y'all. I moved it. Moved it. Moved it. There we go. That's pretty much where it was. Alright. But I'm going to have AA encampments around these bases up here that will be part of the same group, basically. And their job is going to be to protect the bases most likely to come under fire as a deterrent or additional objective for any friendly forces that might be tempted to try and take that area. Because this is also going to end up opening us up to a little bit of fun later on. From a mission or campaign standpoint, probably. As good missions often do, especially stuff like this, which is kind of a template. And then we'll go back through. Because we've got plenty of time. Like, I allotted a full hour for this part, and then an hour for debugging and troubleshooting. And then... now check needs one, at least one. More like 3 or 4. And then Tbilisi doesn't get any at all. Because Tbilisi sucks. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually because I don't want... our ships to come under fire taking off if we're running that one scenario. And I don't want to have to deprogram for several areas. So basically anything above that red, except for Sochi, Beslan, those two get it because they're far enough in. They're far enough in the border. So like these guys up here probably going to all get one. Because there will probably also be enough left, and then we will worry about which direction these guys are pointing, which is a good idea. But since this is going to end up being my new red v blue template, basically, I figure it's probably a good idea to literally get everything set up that we need to be set up. So we're just going to get a few. And then we'll fine tune from there. I may also put some in some of these communities. So we don't need a ton. It's like we don't need a lot of these units stationed around the bases. We just need a few. We just need enough, you know? Krasnodar, Peshkovsky. Trap House Therapy, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. I hope you enjoy your stay. Krasnodar Center. It's definitely gonna get one. Because that one's actually going to get 3 because it's going to be one of the more protected ones. And then Peshkovsky is probably also going to have a few. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of link the two together with these guys. Bam. And Krimsk. Oh, geez. Not again. Oh. Fine, fuck it. I'll put it right there. And then we'll just center them all on the respective airports and call it a day. Krimsk. Novorossiysk. Galenzik. Zeus, live started at 41. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Really quickly, we're just going to modify the parameters on these two. So, hey, thank you so much for joining, Patrick. Appreciate you. We're going to be... Oh, hey, I need to put this one there, too. That needs to go right there. So the whole base is covered. And we need to make that one's defense point from Sukumi. So, bam. Then we need to get Nalchiks back up and organized where they need to be. One right here, pointed down and towards Sukumi. One in the center, pointed down and around 150. Narcissus, thank you so much for joining. It's 150. So we're just getting final positioning on these systems done so that they're where they'll work. Oof, that's rough. So we're gonna have to put it up there. I mean, they're not really meant to just entirely overlap. Blink Pink, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you so much. I like messing around with doodads and video games. Thank you so much for the hearts. Appreciate you. But yeah, no, like I like messing around with doodads and video games, so this one's right up my alley. Doodads and video games. Fun. Mark Hasse, thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna have that one pointed this way. Not that way. That way. There we go. Oh, what? Oh, no. That's not good. Properly placed units might not fire, which is why we're worried about it. So I don't want units to not fire. That kind of defeats the purpose of AA, doesn't it? If AA doesn't fire, is it even AA? Is it even AAA? It's a terrible joke. I apologize. I apologize for nothing. See, each one of these has like a 170, 90 degree, somewhere around there, field of fire. So I don't gotta get it perfect, but I gotta get it close as humanly possible to perfect. And some of them won't need to be moved because obviously, you know, I used them when I was aligning it. But some of them, for example, do need to be moved badly. Some of them can't be moved. Although some of them will be spread out a little bit. Get him away from that tree so that he's not George of the Jungle, because yeah, it's a bad idea. Why is my head tingly? It's an odd sensation. That was weird. That was a weird feeling. Trippy. I kind of liked it. Not gonna lie. I have no fucking clue. I think it was muscles tensing and twitching. So you've got muscles in your cranium, or on your cranium. Or it's just my nerves being weird. They do that sometimes. Yeah, no, that's fine. So is that one. So is that one. That one's good. Needs to be oriented properly. So yeah, a lot of this is just figuring out how to place your enemies so that they do what you want them to without having a lot of programming. That's the way I do it. So like put it where it needs to go, put it where it should be, make as few units as possible in order to get the job done, so that there's not a lot of you know, actual finagling to do, and then leave it be once it works. Just don't touch it, don't mess with it. You know, add what I'm going to add, but add it in a separate file so that if it messes stuff up, it doesn't mess up the original. So I have one that still works. So I probably should check where those are, shouldn't I? It's fine. That's fine. Actually, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And there we go. And that's pretty much it. And now we've got a few units left over. But it's fine. Because really... What's up, Seven? Really what it comes down to is we're just trying to form a perimeter around, or like around the border of Russia on Russia's side, so that if we have any friendly aircraft go over the border, they're going to get shot at by AA and, you know, SAMs, and if they try and attack any of the bases, they're going to encounter some resistance. We'll program in personnel and stuff, like infantry and whatnot, on bases later as needed, but for now, we've got our blue area, we've got our border area, we've got our red area, And then we've got our RNG area for co-op, basically, for challenging ace level pilots over here, ace level AI over here. And these RNG in as long as you spawn from Vaziani, and then if you spawn in from Vaziani, these guys disappear. And if you don't spawn in from Vaziani, if you spawn in at Soganlug, these guys still appear. But if anyone spawns in at Vaziani, these guys get deactivated. So as soon as it recognizes that someone's there. So I mean, it's entertaining to say the least. Unfortunately, now we have to test it because that's part of it. This is gonna be fairly easy though. We're gonna go to Sakumi. And then I will end up plugging in VR at some point, and we will do VR and everything, and it will be fun and entertaining for the whole family, except for people who are under 18 because they shouldn't be watching my stream to begin with. Because let's be real, I am not suitable for anyone under the age of like 20, 21-ish. Sakumi Babushara. Runway 30. Alright, y'all. So the first thing we're going to do is that. And Three zero. Sakumi Babushara has one. Okay. So 30. Yeah, it is gonna be the other way. So we're going the long way. So it should be fine. We'll worry about transmitting later. So we're gonna basically have to skim in order to make it. And we're also gonna have AA to deal with as well. So we're probably gonna get shot down, I'm just saying, because we have no harm on board. Because I don't know how to use harm yet. That's the whole point of programming in those guys, is we're going to use those as a way to test out. We're also going to program in some ground targets, like some tracking radar, in our ordnance drop area in order to practice with the harm once we learn the module. So like I'll add that once we're done testing out the existing SAMs. Because we want to make sure that those SAMs fire at us when we take off and get into launch range. And then if they don't, we need to figure out why. But for now, we're trying to get down to the end of the runway. And Sakumi is one of those long taxi runways. Oh, fine. Is that your refueling probe, or are you just happy to see me? A little bit of both, not gonna lie. Alright, so we've got some 29s closing. Sukumi 29.88. China, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Oh, you're gonna, buddy. You're gonna. Dispenser set to bypass. Wheels up. Flaps to normal or auto. Bypass. Alrighty. So we have some guys on our 6, so we're gonna go ahead and make weapon suite. Oh boy, they are really on our 6, man. How are they still fucking behind us? Over there. Oh, they're everywhere. Alright, so we are firmly in the bad area. A very, very, very bad area. What's up, given the circumstance? We're testing out Sam. In our free flight mission, because I added Sam in. Surface to air missiles, y'all. Just authenticity. Oh, that's a Sam. Missile launch, 9 o'clock. Jamming. confetti out, flares out. We are, in fact, in this, and should be in the SAM targeting zone. Just saying. It's part of the reason why I'm hugging train. What's up, Brad Omens? Appreciate you. We're trying to fly through a SAM detection zone in DCS World. And once we're sure we're in it, we're gonna get hit by it. because we're gonna intentionally get hit by it. But the whole point right now is getting there. Where are we in that goal anyway? Oh, we're in that goal. Yeah, no, we are totally in that goal. Alright, so we're popping. $9,000, $10,000, $12,000. It's 314 083.
031.
Oh, jeez. Course correct. Double check. Yep. Redox, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Checking chat on YouTube. Alright, so we are just testing it out to see if it fires a SAM at us. Oh. 3 is dead. 4 is dead. 2's dead. So I'm all that exists still. But there's been no SAM launches, which is what I'm worried about. That might be part of the problem. They're not on the zone. So they should be somewhere up here. What was it? 7... It's like 7-1? But I remember it being EJ, not EK. Oh, snap. Oh, well. Emergency recovery procedures. And we're back. No harm, no foul, y'all. My gear up. What's up, Jokes? Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. We are playing some DCS World. trying to figure out this mission. Yeah, it's cool. I prefer it when it's in VR, but it doesn't work so well for what we're trying to do. Actually, let's take it down a little bit. I want to see if those AA guns will engage me.
Altitude. Altitude.
So I've got some MIGs on my butt. I see them at 7 o'clock down there. In my IFF, it should be on the right hand side, furthest to the window. Those little numbers mean that there's enemies over there. We're getting really close to that SAM launcher. I'm actually starting to get a bit worried. So we're gonna switch to AG gun. Get that set up real quick. Guns ready. Oh yeah. Ash, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. So we're trying to test out the addition of SAMs to our mission editor mission for free flight. But so far the SAMs aren't SAMming. It looks like there is an object down there though. And it doesn't look like it's a tree. So it's probably an emplacement. Or maybe not. Oh, yeah, nope. Yep, it's an emplacement. Um... 3 o'clock. SAM launch detected. SAM again. So the SAMs are working. We may want to just not use the short range.
Altitude. Altitude.
Oh hey, there's the SAMs. Where's my target? I wonder if they ran out of ammo. They're there. I see him. Yeah, it's a bad SAM placement. You're coming down. This emergency landing is what it is. Dump flaps. Alright, so we're going to look and see, yeah, no, AA-10 Alamo C. So we got, oh, I guess, oh no, oh yeah, no, that happened after. Oh, I guess they didn't shoot at us at all. Okay, so I'm going to have to work on it, because we're already an hour and 31 minutes in. I mean, we got some flight time in. It's no big deal. But we should get those working. So I will work on that outside of streams. And we'll figure it out. That's pretty much it for the stream for this evening, though. I think that's a good place to leave it. I will. Yeah, I safely emergency landed, running out of fuel, because that's why I landed, is literally because it's like we did an emergency landing in like a clearing in the trees, because I had to ditch basically because we were out of fuel. There's no way we were getting back. It wasn't gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen, y'all. It's just not. Like, there's just no way to. We were out of fuel. So, it is what it is. So we can go back to mission editor and we can move that placement real quick, because that needs to happen. It needs to be on level ground. I remember it being on Echo Juliet something. Or maybe it was Echo Kilo 7 something. Oh, no, it was Echo Juliet. And then it turned out that it was much too close. Well, I guess. So let's see. So I need an area with fairly level ground. And that is, or at least can be, very difficult to find. Right in there is not going to be level. It's rolling train. So we want it to stay consistent on the diagonal so that it's not rolling terrain. That might actually be Echo Kilo 3147. Echo Kilo 3147. So Echo Kilo 31 is our target area. Three one four seven. Too far. 47 right there. There we go. Alrighty, so we'll be able to figure it out at some point. And I'll fiddle with it. I'll look up some tutorials on it and fiddle with it and figure it out. And then we'll end up doing the triggers some other day. Because, like, this has already been an hour and 36 minutes of just nothing but Mission Editor. And Mission Editor can historically be kind of disappointing. So what we're going to do real quick, I had planned to be live for 2 hours. So what we're going to do real quick is I am going to get the headset on, set up and everything. And then we're going to do something in VR with this. We're going to do some cap ops, I think. Oh, yeah, no. Hold on. Because I'm going to... Search radar, tracking radar. We already have command and control. So now we need search radar, tracking radar. So we're going to set it up for that. Then we're going to place them here in a similar configuration to how we would have it be IRL. And then we'll move it to where we want it. And then we'll put in some more ground. T-72s. Katie, thank you so much for joining. Kareem, thank you so much for joining. Alright, so basically what we're doing here is we're 307. Oh, geez. 307, copy. 307. Paste. So we need some armor targets as well. And we've already gotten used to strafing these guys. So we need some anti-radiation targets here. And then we also need And we're going to set these up for, okay, so we're going to have engage air weapons be off. That way they're not going to fire. And I think that's also part of why we're having problems. Is because it's not set up right. It needs these rules right here. Especially the engage air weapons one. But yeah, so now we have two sets of targets here that will be available for target practice in Oscar Delta 10. And then we've got our infantry and fortification. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a good place to leave it. So we'll save. And then I'll have to go back in and modify the probabilities for everything, but that's super, super easy, relatively. And then these are the detection areas. Obviously, we're not getting complete coverage, but the detection area being so large